Shemai Emma,
Shemai Manon.
and welcome back to What's Occurring Fam, brought to you by Rouvy. You can join Rouvy, the realistic indoor cycling app with thousands of real-world routes. Start your 7-day free trial now.
And as always, this show is fueled by science and sport.
Emma, where do we even start with this? I feel like we have so much to catch up on.
I know, so much has happened.
Okay, last time we saw each other, we were sat in Newport in the holding camp for the Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
We were sat there
Yes.
how's it going to go? What are you expecting? Blah, 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 blah. 4 gold bloody medals. WTF?
I don't know how it happened, honestly. I didn't even know what to say.
That is incredible. That is
literally, that's the only
incredible.
way. Thank
And
you so
I
much.
just want to say, I feel like everybody listening to the pod and the whole What's Occurring family is so, so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You did
Yeah,
so
honestly.
amazing.
I remember sitting there and we were like, oh, like what do we expect? Like what can I do? And we were just like going through it and I was like, yeah, like not throwing it away, but I was like, I would love to win and stand on top step. But to do
Yeah,
four
yeah.
times was no, like there's no way I thought that was gonna happen. Like no way. Everything had to go right and it just did.
Yeah,
Like
so right.
honestly.
I feel like we should go
Yeah.
from the start. So you travelled up to the Commonwealth Games. I saw you on a
Yes.
bus. There were some Welsh tunes
Singing.
going on. Love that.
Yeah, honestly. So like the holding camp. So we take it back to it. I went to holding camp. That's where I met you. We did a podcast there. And in summary, I was actually quite nervous to go there because I hadn't been with Team Wales for a long time. There were new people. I was a bit, I guess for me, like GB is like my safe space. I showed them all the time. So to go into Wales, I was like, oh, I don't know how it's going to be. But honestly, it was so much fun.
Aw.
And the vibes were just high. Everyone was on the same page. I felt like part of like one big team, which was really, really cool. And then, yeah, we got on the bus to go to the airport to fly to Glasgow, and we were just singing so many Welsh anthems. Honestly, it was bringing up like school memories. You know, like
Yeah,
Calon.
yeah.
But I was like,
Was there
this is
Sosban
unlocked.
Bach?
Yes, this is unlocked
Yeah.
a memory I didn't knew I needed to unlock. And everyone was
Oh,
just, I felt like, I literally felt like I was going to like a rugby match, even though I wasn't. That's just how
vibes.
I felt.
Yeah.
Um, and it was so much fun. Like, it was just so much fun. Everyone's getting involved. The bus driver started singing. I was like, this is crazy. And then flew up to Glasgow and started our trip, I guess, our road to the Commonwealth
I
Games, and
guess it
that in
started
itself
quite
was really
quite
cool.
quickly
Yeah,
because you literally had that one track session and then it was bosh into racing.
literally. So we flew up. I think it was like Monday evening. Had track session Tuesday, race Thursday. Like it
Straight
was
into it.
very. Usually, it's quite like you get like 3 track sessions on the track, and like. But I don't think you could actually get on Glasgow because they shut it for a while because
Yeah.
they were still like doing things to it. So I think all the nations were just like one track session, boom. But sometimes that's nice because you don't overthink
Well,
it.
how chaotic were the track sessions before? Because I feel like
Oh,
everybody wanted to get on.
well, there was actually a really bad crash in ours.
Was that the
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand the team pursuit?
Yeah.
I did see a video of that.
No, honestly. Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't know, so basically, pre-race day, you've done many man on. They're carnage. They're
They are.
absolutely carnage. Like everyone's trying to do the efforts. You got T pursuiters doing TPs. You got people doing flying 200s. You got people like behind with us who'd never been the track before. Like that was the what happened. Like someone came on our sessions because it was their time slot. Never in the track before, and there was a massive crash. And yeah, that was obviously that was really hard to watch. And I think the rider was pre-injured, so that was pretty
Yeah.
like that just wasn't good. Um, but yeah, it's just a bit of carnage. But I kind of like obviously without the crashes, I kind of like love it.
Mm. You
For
have to be
just
so
getting into
switched
it.
on, don't you? Like you
Yeah,
have to have eyes
everyone's just
everywhere.
flying around. I saw like you start seeing all the nations in their like kit because for the Commonwealth Games you get your own like obviously like Australia they came out with a new design, New Zealand had a new design, we had obviously Wales, England, Scotland were all separate, so you start
Yeah.
like feeling out what everyone's doing and how everyone's going and things like that. So that bit's like I love that part, like I'm like hey, and you just like see everyone like getting ready. So we did that track session, it was really good. And then we went had a day off, and then we basically got stuck into it. It was very, very quick.
And it was
Have you been to Glasgow
teams.
before?
Yeah, I did
Yeah, have you raced
the.
there?
Yeah, I did. I've raced there a few times. I
Oh
did
yeah.
the first ever Women's Madison World Cup there with Katie
Wow.
Archibald, and we crashed
Oh.
and won.
Oh. Oh. Wow. Good
Yeah,
memories.
it was very good
Yeah,
memories apart
it
from the
is
crash, but yeah,
yeah, it is a good track to be fair. Very long straights, but it is a really nice track. Like I got good memories there anyway, so I was
yeah,
like, this feels pretty cool. And yeah, then got straight stuck into first day team sprint with Rianne and Lowry, which was yeah, so exciting. Like it was the unknown. I think for all of us, like
yeah.
all the nations, we just like no idea where we're gonna
But
stack up.
you did you medalled last time in the
Last
team
we came
sprint,
bronze. We beat Australia in the bronze final
and
last
then
time.
this year in qualifying, do you qualify
Yeah,
fastest?
yeah, we did.
Qualify
Which was
fastest. Was that a shock, or
which
were you
uh,
expecting it?
I think it was a bit of a shock to be fair. I thought England would. I I didn't know how people were going or like how the teams would stack up. But I thought we'd be up there like one, two, three. But I didn't think we'd qualify first. I was like, oh wow, like this is this is pretty special. And I think for us as a team, we really we really felt like a team on that line. Like we like did it so like we delivered Rianne as fast as we could. She stayed on my wheel. I delivered her. She did an incredible lap. And I think that's what was really special. Like 4 years on, we're the same team. And
That is
we've just
cool.
developed so much as a three. And I think that was really nice. And Rach, honestly, insane. Like she was
Oh,
so good. She was
I
so
loved
good.
seeing the little videos of Rachel like on the
Yeah,
sidelines.
she was so good. So yeah, we qualified first and we were like, damn. But I've been in this position so many times where you qualify first and then you end up finishing second, or you just go slower, or people
Yeah.
step up. So like qualifying first is really good confidence. But I was like, guys, like we haven't won it. So I think people were getting excited and be like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, like we haven't won it.
Yeah.
Like England could have stepped up and they did. Like they found two tenths, we found two tenths. So yeah, in that final, I was not gonna lie, shitting myself. Um, I think we all were. We just all just so nervous. And then I looked up and we won it. I was like, what?
How
I just
good.
couldn't. It was so good. It was
Oh.
so good. I just couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it.
And I feel like standing on that top step with your teammates is so special
Yeah,
to
we were
sing the
belting that anthem, like absolutely
Yeah.
belting it. And like we had all of our staff in front of us, like Karis, our team leader, like all the boys were there, the like Jurts was there, Rach was there, like everyone was just singing in front of us. And I was like, this is
Oh.
iconic. Like this is something I never thought. I don't know. I didn't think it would feel as special as it did. Like I obviously hadn't done it, so I didn't know. But it
Yeah.
just felt really special. Like the stands, like I could see my family in the crowd. There were quite a lot of Welsh supporters there, and it was a really cool way and a special way to like start off the Commonwealth Games. And
Yeah.
I was like, this just feels something like really special. And I did not know like that momentum would continue. Like obviously I wanted it to,
That was the
but
start of the winning streak.
yeah, and I obviously I didn't know in that moment, but I knew that I had good legs, like from the times I was doing. I know it just felt right, like being in Team Wales, like everything was just chill. I was on my own schedule, I was planning my own warm-ups. Rachel knew, like we had a chat before, and Rachel knew what I needed. Everyone knew what each other needed, and I felt like that in itself just set it up to have like a great week,
Yeah.
regardless of like what I achieved. So yeah, that was really, really special, like winning gold with them. And then moving on to the sprint day, which Commie's game schedule was pretty savage.
I was gonna say, was
Um,
this was all like back to back to back to
oh yeah,
back?
like 4 days
That's
straight.
intense.
It was pretty but as a sprinters, like we're kind of used to it.
I guess was it the same at the Olympics? Just back to back.
Yeah, the Olympics is back to back to back over 7 days, but a bit more spread out in terms of like timings.
Yeah.
But Nations Cups are the same. Because I was with Jess Roberts, and she was obviously doing the bunch stuff. So like she'd be racing like at 3 p.m. and I'd be up at like 9 a.m.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, and then moving on to the sprint. I was pretty nervous for the sprint, to be fair. I just feel like it's one of them that I've done like pretty good things in it, and like you have that expectation.
Yeah, yeah.
And we did well in the team sprint, and people are like, oh, like you're gonna win the sprint. And obviously I wanted to, but it's a long way. Like qualifying was 10 a.m. and I think my last race was like 8 p.m. So like
That's a long day.
you're winning at 8 p.m., not 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So that is a long time to like keep my head screwed on, take one race at a time. But yeah, I just felt like just me. And like I felt like I knew what I was doing in the races. I felt like very confident. Don't get me wrong, I was very, very nervous, but I just felt quite present and calm and like one race at a time. And then I drew Elise in the quarterfinals. And I was like, ooh, this is a pretty big final. So
Ooh.
so Elise is Olympic champ, like she's amazing, like she's done, and I've raced her a couple of times, and she's always just beating me because she's really good. And to draw an Olympic champion like Elise, she won it last time, so she's Commonwealth Games Femmes champion, and to draw in the quarters is pretty big for either of us to go out, to be honest. So I was like, this is gonna. And I remember speaking to Matty, he was like, Emma, this is like a final. And I was like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is literally like a final because that's how like good she is, and she does race quicker than she qualifies. So I was like, right, like not that I would, but like don't underestimate anything and just race my bike. And yeah, the quarterfinals was pretty tough racing her. I just had to like be a bit smarter, like use the track. And then I beat her 2-0 and I was like, oh, like this is, yeah, I was like, I'm
Here
in
we
for the
go.
semis. Yeah, I was like, damn, like, okay, like obviously that was a really hard match sprint, but I was like, okay, moving on to the semis. And then I raced Rianne, which bittersweet, like it's
Yeah.
you're guaranteed someone into the gold medal, like from Wales. But which Rach was really, really happy with. But it's just funny, like obviously racing a teammate. Like, we do
Yeah.
it all. And it was bound to happen. There's 9 of us from England, Wales, Scotland. Like it's gonna happen. So yeah, race for Brienne. And that like I felt really confident doing that. And then the final was me and Soph, which raced Soph many, many times. We trained together, we raced together, we won the Olympics together. So raced her, and I was pretty nervous for that because I feel like when you know a rider, it's sometimes like you start like overanalyzing it and be like, what are they
Yeah.
gonna do and
Is that
are
what do
they
you
gonna
think about?
race?
Do you think
Uh,
about that when you're against your teammate? You like, well, I know her really well, so I'm gonna sort of like concentrate on what
well,
she's doing, or do you need to just like focus on what
well, it's
you're
really
doing?
easy to do that. Like I feel
Yeah.
like it's really easy to be like, oh, she could do this and then she could do that, or this is her. And like for me, I just focus on myself and like what my race because as soon as I start thinking about how they're gonna race, I'll just do something silly or make a mistake or
Yeah.
not like do the basics right. So I just focused on my own race. And yeah, then when I crossed the line, I was like, what? I honestly, it's just things you dream about, like being
Yeah.
I've never done it. Like I've never won the Commonwealth Games. And doing it as a team is something special. But then doing it individually is like, wow, like this
Yeah.
is really cool. And I got pretty emotional after that one because of how I really did want it at the start of the day, and like I knew I had to like control my emotions and get through the day. And I saw my mum and dad in the stands, and they were just crying, and
Oh.
yeah, it's
And I
just
guess that was your first individual
crazy.
one as well, isn't it? So
Yeah,
that's yeah.
like that was my first like individual Commonwealth Games gold medal
And little
in
did you
sprint.
know you were gonna go and get 2 more.
They don't even because I felt like for me at these Commonwealth Games, I felt very like different. I felt very in the moment. I felt very present. I took each win as they were, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like at the Olympics, we kind of won and then moved on to the next one. And I kind of just like stood in that moment and was
You
like,
soaked it in,
yeah, I
made the
felt
most. Yeah, I feel
very, and
like
I think I've learned that.
that is such that's exactly how I felt when I was on BC. It was like you do one race and you do well, but it's like don't have time to celebrate that. Let's move on to the next thing
Yeah,
like as soon
yeah.
as possible. Whereas
And I
really
was like, no,
important
like I'm
to
not going to do that.
yeah to take it in and enjoy it because it is such a big achievement.
Yeah, and I think that's why I got so emotional because I was like, I just need to like really remember this and like really soak it in and really look around. And I literally did that for every race, whether I won it or not,
Oh
like or not. I was just like, right, just be in this moment, be present. And winning that sprint, I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then standing on the podium with Rianne as well,
yeah,
like obviously so like incredible. And then Rianne getting bronze for Wales, like having 2 of us on the podium. I was like, this is
so
we just
dominant.
had yeah we had so much momentum, and I think I loved like that was pretty like an iconic moment. And again, like seeing everyone like screaming the anthem, shouting the
Yeah.
anthem was pretty cool. And then I moved on to the kilo. Did you see the kilo?
I saw the kilo on your
Guys,
drop bars.
guys. I
Oh, I
never,
feel like we need to just address that a kilo, 4 whole laps of the track.
yeah.
What Emma? What are you used to?
Ah,
Max.
max 3 at push with 2 people in front of me. So like
Yeah. It's just
2
4 laps on
maybe,
your own.
yeah. Like I've never done one because it's always been at the wrong time in the schedule. And I thought, do you know what? At Commonwealth Games, I'm going to do it. Like, what
Yeah.
have I got to lose?
Nothing to lose.
Nothing. So in my drop bars, because not going to go on skis, haven't really been on them that much. And like in my head, I'm not like a very aggressive person. Like I was like, I need to like, I just kept popping caffeine. And I was like, I need to be up for this. Like I have to be up for this. I was like,
Yeah.
I got to do something because you just don't have time to just like take your time getting around. Like I'm going flat out for 2 laps and I'm trying to hold on essentially. That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
like, standing 5, try and hold on. Came through to the 500. I was like, where's the bell? 2 more laps. I was like, no, 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 no.
Oh,
It's honestly one of the hardest events I've ever done. It's
it's
so hard.
grim.
And my last lap was a 16.9 seconds. Guys,
What was your second lap?
I think I went 19.3, 13.8, 14 or 15. I don't know what the third one was. And then a 16.9.
Oh.
And no, honestly,
Oh.
I've watched it back. I was up with 1.1 seconds with a half a lap to go, 125 meters to go, 3/10 I won by. I was like, someone like shot me with a gun.
Maybe went out a little hot.
Yeah, but how? I don't know how else I meant
No,
to.
to be fair, yeah.
Because
I mean, it
wouldn't.
worked.
Yeah, because I don't think if I like half-assed the first lap,
You
I don't
wouldn't be
think
able to.
I would have died anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, fair
So,
enough.
but honestly, I came off that and I was like,
How much pain?
so honestly, so much pain. It's my head was pounding. I like looked at the score, but I was like 105. I was like, I don't even think that's gonna win it because it's in the
yeah,
right
yeah.
time. Like the time's okay, but those 2 more athletes, Elise,
Yeah.
Soph, Elise and Soph, I think were next, and they're good at kilos. So I was like, no idea. I was like, get me on the road bike. I was just pedaling around in the track centre. Soph went, and I was like, oh wow, like I've beaten her. And then I was like, oh, at least good. And then half a lap to go when she'd finished, I was like, oh my God, I just won the kilo. I just won a kilo. I was like, how have I won a kilo? On drops.
Mental. What was Elise on? Was she on skis?
She was on skis, Sophie's on skis. There's quite a few of them on skis, but quite a few of them on drops.
You
I
are
think
you are
Aussie
so
girls.
aero on your drops. You're
Yeah,
like a
I think for
bullet.
me the decision, like I was just like, I train every day on my drops. I do standing starts on my drops. That's all I do. And
Live
for
on
me
your
to
drops.
do one off, I was just like, I'll just stay
Yeah.
and just do. And yeah, it was, I think on the last half, I was literally like pulling myself into a little ball. Like I was literally a little ball going around. So I was like, get small, get small, get small. But honestly, the next time I do it is Commonwealth Games, whenever the next one is. Because
So you're not going to do one
No.
between now and.
they're absolute hell. And
You're very good at them, Emma.
no, but and to think at World Champs or something, you don't do it twice. If someone
Yeah.
told me, if someone like, I would have obviously got backed up and done it again. But my gosh, the pain. I don't know. It's just a mental thing. I was literally talking to myself going round. I was
What
like,
are you
come on.
saying?
Like, come on. Like push. Like, do something.
Oh,
Honestly,
God.
I've probably never been that slow on a bike in a long time.
Oh,
My first lap of match.
I mean, it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
And you won your
So after
third
me,
gold medal.
I was just like, what? And then all the chats moved to, is she going to win fourth? I was like, oh, gosh.
Was that
I'm like,
annoying?
I don't know. It was, well, I kind of not knew it was going to happen, but I kind of had a feeling. I was like, well, there's only one more to go. I've won 3 of them. Like, and I myself wanted to do it. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, for me, I wanted to win the sprint at Kieran.
Yeah.
And like, obviously I wanted to win team sprint, and then Kilo was an absolute mystery. So going into Kilo day, at Kieran day, the last day, I was pretty pretty tired, but I think everyone was pretty tired, and that's what I not thrive off. Absolutely not, but we're all in the same boat,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. And then our Kieran was at 9 a.m. So I was up at 6. Qualifying was at 9. No, qualifying was at 9. And then my semi final was at 3:30, final at 4. I was
Such
like,
a long day.
but I was like, semi final at 3, 3:30 and 4, so half an hour. My first flight's at 9 a.m. I was like, what?
What?
So we were all just in the manager room, just at like 7, just warming up. I was like, what am I
Oh,
doing? Like, what am I doing?
oh God.
And you kind of got to get through that first ride, otherwise you're in a rep.
Yeah.
So you just don't really want to be in that rep, to be honest. So yeah, going on to Kieran, I kind of like the first race, I was like, right, just be safe, like get through, like make sure I'm not doing anything silly. So I was just like, I kind of knew, I was like, if I go at some point and find the black, like that should be good enough to get me through.
So just go to the front, right on the black line.
No, I I think a lap and a half or 2 laps out, I went to the front and then
Yeah.
just sent it pretty much. Because I was like, I'd
Right
rather
there.
just do an effort, get it done,
Yeah.
get through, qualify, done, go home.
Yeah.
Met my family for coffee. I think it was like 10 a.m. I was like, I've been up for like 4 hours. Went back to the coffee and then obviously got into the semis and finals. The semis was one of the most fun races because I was with she wasn't my teammate in the race, but she's my GB teammate, Katie. So we were both in the semis together. We hadn't actually raced together, like we didn't pull up sprint together. And I sat next to her in the chairs, and we were just like, "This is pretty cool." Because Olympic finals we rode together, World's finals we rode together, and I don't know, just little things like that. It's just nice to just. Obviously, when I put my helmet on, I was focused. It was just nice to just be with her. Like she'd help me a lot through the Commonwealth Games, like just mentally. Like we'd be meshing each other. We weren't on the same team, but obviously we support each other and we know each other inside out. So yeah, we sat next to each other in the semi-finals of the Kieran. We were like, this is pretty cool. And it's just little things like that. Like it is really cool. You're at a Commonwealth Games, you're in the semi-finals in the Kieran, you're sitting next to like one of your best friends. And I don't know, it's just nice that I got to be so open-minded for that instead of just sitting there, just sitting in their thoughts of like, if I pick one, I'm gonna blah blah blah. I was just like, no, I'm just gonna ride the wave.
Yeah.
And that semis wasn't the best.
What happened?
So I drew 2. I think I drew 2. Yeah, I drew 2. And I kind of got a bit, like everyone started coming around me. And I was like, okay, cool, be patient, be patient.
Who was in front of you?
Oh my gosh, who's in front of me? I do not know. It was pretty stacked. Like when you get to a semi-finals, you're going to start racing like decent people. People started coming around and I was like, ooh, like I have no space. I'm pretty boxed in. And then the laps obviously start going down. And I was like, I'm at the back for the lap to go. And 3 riders get through. And I was like, whoa, like I need to go. So luckily I got round. I did make it pretty hard for myself. I got round. I think I came round like 3 wide on the blue, and I was like,
really?
Yeah, I was like, that.
You need legs to do that.
Yeah, but I was like, that's way too close to not go through in a semi-final. Like, I nearly didn't make the final, and everyone's there talking about 4 for 4. I'm not even in the final. Like half a lap to go. Like half a lap to go. I was like 4th, and I was like, well. But luckily got round, made it into the final, and I was like, damn. I think little things like that, you're like, mate, people are on about winning. Like, I'm still racing. Yeah. Like, there's still, same with like team sprint, like you qualify, you need to make these finals.
Especially the sprint and the Kieran, they are 2 of the most like unpredictable races. Like the team sprint, you know exactly what you need to do, and it's a very controlled environment. As well with the kilo, like it's just you on the track. There's no one else to sort of get in the way. But with the sprint and the Kieran, especially Kieran, like anything can happen. You can get boxed in. You could have like the best legs in the world, but if there's no gap for you to get through, if you can't go all the way to the back and get round,
you're out.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
But you made it happen.
Well, somehow I watched him back. The commentary just cracks me up because it's Lewis Stewart and he's just saying he knows me really well. So I thought the commentary was really good. To be fair,
I was gonna comment on his commentary. I thought he was brilliant, actually.
Yeah, I thought he was really good. Him and Rob and Joanna. Like I just like they know us, and I think that's really nice that they know us as people, not just as bike riders. And obviously they know us on the bike, but that was pretty cool. And then going into the final, I was pretty nervous because because I knew what was on the line.
Yeah.
I knew I hadn't. I have put together a good like some good Kierans, but I haven't won many Kierans in my life, like big Kierans, like major Kierans, like Euros, Worlds, Olympics. Like I haven't Nations Cups recently, no. So like I knew I could put together a good Kieran, I just hadn't done it. So I think for me, I was also because I was speaking to Matty and he's in Japan and he was like, Emma, you're leaving things too late. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he's like, why didn't you just like try and go a bit earlier? And I was like, ooh, like that to me, that sounds really scary.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you know what? Yeah.
You've
like,
clearly got the legs to do it.
Yeah, like why not? Like why not? So it was me, Laurie was in the final, my teammate, 2 Aussies, Christina and Alessia, Elise Andrews, Olympic champ. Katie was there. Yeah.
That's a stacked field.
Yeah, pretty stacked. So I drew 2 again. I was like, here we go. Let's not get swamped. So drew 2, bike was rolling around. I felt very like I felt sometimes in the bike roll around, you're just like, oh yeah. But I was like, okay, like I kind of know where everyone is. I kind of know what I'm doing. And then Elise starts coming around from the back, and I was like, okay, she's going to do that because she likes the front. She races quite strongly from the front. I kind of thought that was going to happen. She rolled around, brought an Aussie with her. So then I was in 4th, and I was like, okay. And then 2 laps come round, and I was
I'm actually getting like my heart rate's going high, just like imagining all this happening.
It's quite crazy. Kind of go into flow state because I was like, afterwards, I was like, I don't even remember how I got to the front. And that's when you're kind of just in flow, and that's when like I feel like Kieran's. So then I was like, right, my turn. So like 2 laps ago, I was like, I'm gonna go to the front. Got to the front. I was like, right, here I am. I'm at the front. And usually, old me would be like, send it. 2 laps ago, send it. But I was like, no, like that's. I knew they'd come around me. Like 2 laps ago is pretty crazy in the Kieran to just go. So I was like, right, go to the front and like observe and then an Aussie girl, Alessia, I think was on my hip, or Christina, and I was like, okay, use her. Like I know the rest of the field. Like I wasn't going slow, but I was like, use her. Like no one's coming. I can't see anyone coming around her, so use her. And then a lap to go, I was like, I'm still in the front, and I was like, I've got legs as well. Like I felt good. So then like 3/4 of a lap to go, I was just like, I'm gonna go. So then I kind of just like sent it, and then and then I was like, what? It's one of the best Kierans I've ever done in my life. Like, I just felt just in like flow state.
Yeah.
And like even if I didn't win that, I was so proud of how I rode it. Like even if someone came round me, or like I was like, I've ridden that to the best I could. And then cross 5 minutes, I was like, what is my life?
God,
like,
I bet
I didn't even know.
I wouldn't. Yeah, what were you even thinking in that moment?
I don't know. Like it just felt like an absolute
did it feel like
fairy
it had
tale.
Happened? Or was it like a bit of a dream?
No, it didn't feel like it did feel like just a dream, and that I was going to go up again and do a Kieran final, or like I don't know, it just didn't feel like I did it. And then I saw my family and they were like in bits. My mum was crying, my sister was there, Rosie, she was crying, my dad was crying, and I was just like, no way has that happened. And then I think it sunk in on the podium, and I was in pieces. I was just crying my eyes out. I don't know. I was obviously tired. I was very emotional. I don't think I realised what I've just done. And then to have the Welsh team were insane. Like Kira, I remember her saying on the Russell Mate, she was like, these are the moments like you'll never forget. Like these are the best moments and like the most fun you'll ever have. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I agree completely with that. So that for me, honestly, even speaking like that, like, it just makes me so happy. And I'm like, I just can't believe I did it. And I don't know how I did it.
Has anyone ever done that before?
No, apparently not as a sprinter, men or women. I don't know
down
about
in history, Emma.
Yeah,
that is so freaking cool.
I didn't even know. Like people were saying to me, no, and I was like, really? But apparently not.
No,
and it's so hard, like to do all.
Even I guess like wouldn't some people might not even come and race 4 events. They might just race 2.
Yeah. Well, in my head, I wasn't going to pull out the kilo, but I could have
glad
not
you
done
didn't.
the kilo. No, I'm glad I didn't. But like little things like I could have not, or
yeah.
But yeah, I don't I don't think it'll ever sink in. Like I said in an interview, like it'll probably take until the next Commonwealth Games to sink in, because
Yeah.
I don't even know. But I'm so happy with how I I can recall everything, and I can
Yeah.
like remember everything, and I can feel everything, and I know like what I was thinking and what I was doing and who was around me, which is really nice
Yeah.
because I don't remember a lot of things. So Wales were insane. Like I can't thank them enough. Like on my bike, like I felt so good on my
Helmet,
Hope bike, the
nails.
helmet, the nails. Like I just felt so good. And the mascot is called Finny.
Really?
And my brother like gets called Finny on like a football pitch, and like my surname's Finucane, and like people call me Finn or Finny. And I was like, this is all
It's
just
just all
meant to
meant to
be.
be. Oh my God.
This is meant to be. What?
Can we just talk about the closing ceremony?
I was a flag bearer. I was the flag bearer. Do you know what I said? I said, guys, I don't have the personality for this.
You said that. What
Me,
the hell?
me waving a
Emma!
flag.
Emma, literally, there is no one better to do that than you.
Gethin came up to me in an interview and he was like, we have a question for you. And I was like,
Did
what
you have
could this
any
possibly?
idea?
No, I didn't
Oh,
think, oh, I'm going to be
so
waving the flag
cool.
for Wales, the whole of Wales. And he was like, we want you to be the flag bearer. I was like, what? And honestly, it was so much fun. It was so
Oh,
cool. I know it just felt the end, like a dream. Like obviously winning
yeah.
four girls, and then it was just such like a fun way to finish it. And
What
like I
better
was
way
like,
to finish it? How
I was like,
special.
this Commonwealth Games is like, I don't know. It's just been one of the best weeks of my life, and flying the flag for Wales and walking out, and I just kept staring at it. I was like, this is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
and
it
yeah,
was
just
fun.
the whole week. I just can't even explain it.
I guess since we are both science and sport ambassadors, and I'm guessing their products definitely helped you win 4 gold medals. Have you got any tips and tricks or some of your favourite products that you used when you were at the Commonwealth Games?
Yeah, no, 100%. I went into commies. I wanted to try a few things from SAS actually that I hadn't tried before. And I think their products are insane. Like all of the things they have on their website, I think I use 99% of them, to be honest. And one thing I actually used that I've never used before was the SIS Nootropics gel.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know what exactly it is in it, but it was an apple flavored gel, which was so yummy.
It clearly worked.
And
Whatever was in it
yeah,
worked.
yeah, I think it was a mixture of like caffeine, carbs, electrolytes. And that's something I've never like used before or known about. And I spoke to a nutritionist actually from SIS before we went out, and we had a little plan. And he was like, why don't you try it? And I was like, yeah, like now's the best time to try it at the Commonwealth Games. Obviously, you don't really want to be trying new things at the Olympics or World Champs. So that was something I really, really liked on race day. It was really easy to use. And that's something for me I will be starting to use moving forward. I also tried, I'm not a huge, I hadn't actually tried many of the new protein um supplements before in terms of the powders, and there's a new, well, not a new one, but it's a peach. Is it peach and cranberry? Have you
Oh,
tried
no,
it?
I haven't, but I kind of
It's
fancy
honestly,
that.
it's like squash. So I usually have like chocolate, or and Katie, if she's gonna absolutely laugh at this, because every time I'll drink chocolate all the time, and they Wales actually brought some SS like peach or cranberry flavor, and Katie actually drinks a lot, my teammate, and I loved it. It was so
And I
yummy.
feel like I don't actually like the smell of like milky stuff.
Yeah,
So I feel like,
it's nothing
yeah.
like it's like really refreshing.
Oh, love that. I'm going to try that
Yeah,
then.
so that's something I really quite enjoyed, and I do recommend like to, yeah, because sometimes proteins like vanilla chocolate like are so standard, but they brought out some new ones. It's the clear whey ones, and I really enjoyed that. So that's something I use
Nice.
at the Commonwealth Games pretty much every day. Pretty much all their products, to be honest, but they were the main two that stood out for me at the commies that I think helped me fuel and get ready for the race, and then help me recover for after the races.
Nice. And I guess now we will move on to our Rouvy rider of the Commonwealth Games. And I mean, this is a really, really tough one to pick,
Who is it going to be?
but I think it might have to go to our very own Emma.
Thanks, guys.
Gonna put the Rouvy crown on you.
My little crown.
All hail Queen Emma.
No, yeah, I
Oh.
think, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I think there are a lot of really good performances at the Commonwealth Games. A lot of people stood out for me, like young rise. I feel like commies is where people kind of thrive, and you
Well, you
see like
discover new talent as
people,
well.
yeah, and you see people maybe be a bit more relaxed and like Erin Boothman got 2 bronze medals, and she's a really young rider. Anna Morris, my teammate, won, was it 2 or 3 gold medals? In the
I feel like we
IP
should
and
just have a quick word
points
on
race.
Kira as well. Because I
Yes,
feel like this was I feel like we've spoken. We haven't had Kira on the pod, but we've spoken
we need her on the
about
pot.
her. We do. We've spoken about her so much, about her comeback. She retired from the sport. She had 3 babies, and she made her comeback. And her goal was the Commonwealth Games. She made the Commonwealth Games team. She made the team pursuit team. I mean, making the Commonwealth Games team is big, but then actually making the team, because there's 5 riders and only 4 places.
Right.
She made the team, absolutely smashed it. They get a bronze medal.
Bronze medal.
They got to stand on that podium.
Yeah, she did amazing, and to be part of a team, and I think as a role model as well in that
She's
team,
a
like
great
she
role,
was,
yeah.
like she came up to me, and like we had so many conversations about like pressure and what it's like, and she's honestly an incredible person, an incredible mum. Like all her kids were there, and I think just as a teammate and as someone who's been around and done it so many times, I was so grateful to have her in the pits.
Aw.
And like it's just the energy, like everyone in those pits were given so much energy, and that's what. But there's so many amazing performances of the commies. The English boys did really well. Like there were like even like the Aussie women endurance riders.
Yeah.
They were winning a lot. So yeah, I think it was pretty cool to see like so many different names. And the races were really, really good to watch as well. And I think, yeah, on a whole, as for the commies, like Glasgow picking up last minute, I think, yeah, they were incredible. Like the stands were full every night.
Yeah. The crowds look amazing, actually.
Yeah, so I think as a whole, as an event, it was really well run. It was really, really cool to be a part of. And I thought, yeah, it was just an amazing games for everyone involved, I think.
Nice.
Manon, you've recently just come back from the Tour de Femmes, which looked incredible. And I just want to say, I loved all your outfits.
Oh,
I really want to
thank you.
say, I loved all the outfits. I like your last day where you were in yellow. I was like, she looks great.
Oh,
She looks
thank you very
unbelievable.
much.
And I've had so many people come up to me actually saying like how well you commentated and how like well you spoke and like
Oh.
and yeah, and I thought the same. So like how was like the whole experience?
Honestly, it felt like the best 9 days ever. It was
Really?
so busy, so intense, and you're just in this, like, I guess it's like when you're away racing, you're just like in this bubble, you're with the same people, everything's just go the whole time, like you're constantly thinking about what to do next. And especially at the end of the day where we're sort of doing like the live post-race show where you can't mess up, you can't say anything wrong, and you just have to go with it. You just kind of run off adrenaline, and it was amazing. And honestly, the racing was next level. Like I think it's honestly the best women's race we've ever had. From like the riders, all the best riders in the world turned up. The course was incredible as well, like such a hard course, but I feel like it just made for such good racing. The whole thing was just amazing.
Good. And each day on the pod, you and Danny did your science board riders to look out for. Should we look back on them and see how accurate you were? Because I think I'd love to go through them with you. Did you get any wrong? Would you change any?
Okay.
Let's have a little chat about the SIS riders to look out for.
Okay, just put up. We didn't get loads right, but I think we predicted how the race was going to turn out and the riders that were going to be up there pretty well. I think between us, we like predicted the scenario quite well. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 we missed out on, but
that's all right. Most
of them, yeah, we were on the right track anyway. So obviously the first stage, Lorena Wiebes won. We didn't have a prediction for that one, but yeah, I mean, it was a sprint day, so. She's probably going to be our prediction anyway, so we'll take that one.
We'll take
Stage 2, another sprint stage. We predicted Lorena. Lorena won.
Tick.
Tick.
Yeah,
Okay,
I actually watched that stage.
Stage 3, we predicted Celia Jury. This
Okay.
was a stage I don't think anybody could have predicted because it was like the longest solo winning breakaway ever.
Yeah.
And I think the rider was away for like nearly 100 kilometers on her own.
Oh my
and that was
gosh.
Sigrid Hausset. And that was an incredible day. Stage 4 was the time trial. And I feel like we went with Zoe Backstead. I feel like she was a strong pick.
She did really well though.
She did so well.
Yeah, she did really, really well.
I'm sticking with that was still a good pick, even though she didn't win.
Yeah,
that was a good pick. Okay, so stage 5, we predicted Kim LaCourt, but Demi actually won. That was Demi's first of what would be 3 wins. But then actually the next day Kim won. So
should we close?
Half points for that one. Sort of. Stage 7, we predicted this was the Mont Ventoux day. We predicted Demi.
Yeah.
Cassia won. Which I mean, Demi was second, so again, half points probably.
Yeah.
And then stage 8, we said it was going to be a Lorena day. How we were like so wrong with this because I feel like everybody
Demi
thought,
won it.
Yeah, Demi won, but everybody thought this was going to be like it was a very flat finish into Nice. And everybody thought it was going to be a Lorena day. There was like a small hill that people were talking about, but turns out that small hill was actually a really, really steep hill. And I feel like because Demi didn't win on stage 7 on the Mont Ventoux day, and that's where she wanted to go into yellow, then they had to come in with a plan B, and this was plan B to win on win on stage 8. And then the final day, who did we predict on the final day? Cassia. Demi wins. So I think with all those half points, I think maybe we got 3 points. But I feel like if you listen to the pod, we're on the right tracks, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, and also sometimes I think it's nice, not nice, but like it clearly was an unpredictable race because you can
so unpredictable.
Like, do you see what I mean? Like, I think that's really cool in itself that you said Lorena was going to win and it was Demi, which is so ironic.
I know.
But yeah, I think that in itself is really cool.
But we do a predictor on Eurosport where all the different countries, there's like one person from all the different countries in Eurosport get together and we predict someone for each stage, and we can't pick the same person twice, which is really hard when you have like, you know, Lorena winning 2, Demi winning 3. And I actually got 3rd in the predictor, so I was on the podium. And so I was very pleased with that.
That's good.
So yeah, that was my little win.
What's the after party saying? Because I saw some pictures from that.
It's saying things.
Was it good?
It's saying a lot. It was actually really good.
Were you meant to go to that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, I didn't know if it was like a riders thing or...
No, it's like everybody and anybody, I think. Yeah, no, it was actually really good. There was a Zwift after party on like a little beach club until midnight. We went there, and then after that, we were just sort of like walking around Nice. No one really knew where they were going. We were trying to find somewhere else to go, and then we basically found like the stickiest, sweatiest, smallest club to go in, and it was a lot of fun. And I think we did actually predict Cedrine for the after party, and I spotted her there in the club on a mad one. So I guess we got that one right too. So we'll go up to 4 points.
That's hilarious.
But no, it was really good. Was there a Commie Games after party?
There was. It was
it a good one?
It was good, but there was just so many people in such a small space. I was like, oh my god. And it's just funny when like riders go out. Like I just find it hilarious.
I remember.
I find it absolutely hilarious.
We went out after a World Cup in Hong Kong, and they were literally like, it's like animals in a zoo, like, because you never go out as an athlete, and then when you go out, you're like, oh my god, like, and obviously the alcohol just hits
drinking. It's so funny just watching people. It's good though. It's always good fun. Like you're with nations like you don't really hang out with and stuff. So yeah, no, it was really good.
Okay, well, moving on to the road to LA with Science and Sport. Commie Games is done. What's next on the road to LA?
is next. Yeah, so Commies is done. That was good racing in the bank, getting ready for Worlds. So I go to the World Championships in 8 weeks now to
That's come
Shanghai,
around
which
so
I
soon.
know, which is the start of Olympic qualifying for points for the LA Olympics. So this World Champs is pretty important. We're gonna have all the teams there, all the best teams there. They're going to bring the A team in China, which I've never been to. And I think that's going to be a really cool place to go to and kick off the actual Olympic cycle again, which seems crazy because Paris was 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
now we're already starting a process of going to LA and trying to pick teams and trying to qualify points and trying to be in the best shape and trying to figure out training programs. So I think overall as a squad, we learned a lot from the commies in terms of like GB. And Scott's come back and he's like, I've learned really cool things about you and like how I recover through races and how I can race for 4 days and that the Olympics is going to be 7 days. So yeah, I think we're on the right track. The Worlds would be a really big stepping stone into what next year looks like. And then, yeah, roll on. LA's going to be here before you know it. But we're in a really good place as GB. Like, there's 9 of us from GB and we all got on the podium in team sprint. So I think that's
Such a
really, really
strong
cool. And it's,
squad.
yeah, like we had to show that strength and
Yeah.
depth. So I think the road to LA is going to be, yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be hard because of where women's sprinting is at the moment. But yeah, I'm really up for it. I'm really excited.
Amazing. Well, I feel like this was a very good pod. I feel like we
Yeah,
had a
no, it
big
was
old
nice to
catch
catch
up,
up. Yeah, I really
and I
enjoyed
feel
it.
like we could speak for so much longer
Probably could,
on the
yeah.
last few
But
weeks. But
no, thanks. It was so nice to speak to you and I'm glad
oh,
you enjoyed the tour. Nice. Oh, well, I'll speak to you again soon.
yeah. See you
Thank
next week, I
you.
guess.
See you next week.
Au
Au revoir.
revoir.